Okay, guys, here we are. It's another day. It's another rant video. And this will probably be my last one of these for a good while. I know a lot of you love them, and then there's a lot of you probably out there that are like, what is this guy doing? Bring back the old content. But we're going to talk about that a little bit today. And I want to talk about Black Ops 7, my expectations, and a couple more concerns. And then I obviously, with the title being, I need your help one more time, we're going to go into at the end here what I actually need your help on. And all the feedback again is always welcomed with this. So please comment down below. And I'm going to ask you to do one thing as well at the end. So here we are, guys. As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, we got pretty much the confirmation that Call of Duty is releasing on November 14th. There were rumors out there that this game possibly would release a little bit earlier. And I, with my last video of me kind of doing a Dear Call of Duty, I really suggested that they should have done that. I think that they are missing the mark here by not doing that and kind of losing like an opportunity to kind of build a little bit more hype. But like I said, the other day it was confirmed everything is coming out on the 14th. There's no campaign early access. There's no zombies early access. One package, November 14th. This game comes out in genuinely 9 days. And I don't know about you, but this feels like a weird time for Call of Duty. I almost feel like this should be the time where we're all jumping up and we're excited, and the typical fanboys like myself, we are excited. Like I'm starting to get that hype, but I feel like in previous years, I definitely had this hype back in like October or September. And I'm just now starting to get it. And I think that's a little bit of a problem. There's not a ton of Call of Duty fanboys anymore. If you are a fanboy, you're more than likely subscribed to this channel, but we got to think about this from the wide audience perspective. And to me, I feel like we're in this weird spot where there's a brand new title, but there's so much going on around the gaming scene that it almost feels like people are more excited to play other stuff this year just because of how bad they've been kind of burned with Call of Duty. For example, I feel like Battlefield came out, they had a great launch, and the Battle Royale came out as well, RedSec, and I think that that's doing really well. Now, there is definitely some issues with that, and I just want to be upfront. I've said this in other videos. I am playing RedSec on offline. I don't know if I enjoy it enough to cover it on the channel, so I'm just not gonna do that. Anytime I feel forced to make content, it's just never gonna be good for anybody. But genuinely, I think RedSec is a fun enough game to play, and it's free, and people that are kind of sick of Call of Duty have been playing it. And I don't know if Call of Duty has done enough to get them off of RedSec. You know, that's a game that's a first-person shooter. It's free to play. It brought a new style of Battle Royale. If I can give it some love real quick, the circle is fantastic in Battlefield. The flame, how it just goes in, and I know they had a Firestorm back in Battlefield 5, but I think they've really done a better job with this version. The flames, like, you feel the pressure, and that final end game, that's what Battle Royale was missing. You were missing your heart, kind of like, oh my, what's going on here? Where do I go? So the flame has just brought that whole new element to that. Now there's issues with Bloom. There's issues with, you know, are you plating too slow, the tanks? But I think at the end of the day, that's kind of Battlefield. So it kind of makes it what it is. I don't personally like the tanks, but you know what the funny thing is? They get my heart racing. When there's a tank on that map, I'm like, holy crap, this is kind of scary. I'm sitting there crawling in a house. You know, it genuinely is kind of a fun game. Again, just I don't want to cover it personally. Like, I just enjoy playing it casually with my buddies and just hanging out. So there's that game. And then obviously the big heavy hitter, which I still don't know if it's a paid thing or like if people are genuinely enjoying it. Let me start over. I know people are genuinely enjoying it. I wonder if they are getting paid to play it. But that's Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is putting on a show, a clinic. I mean, they are wiping the floor with everybody. It almost feels like they came in and took a little bit of the steam away from Battlefield. So They came in with this, you know, extraction shooter. It's just got crazy good graphics. The audio seems great. Now, the third person thing is not really my thing, but we'll go back to that near the end of this video. And so they've just come in, and I've seen all the big guys playing it, and everybody that I see cannot stop playing it. They're just like, this is the greatest game I've ever played. This is game of the year. There's actually a Call of Duty coach named Karma, which you may know, and you probably should know if you don't know him. He literally said, I'm not excited for Black Ops 7. I don't want to pick up a controller. I just want to keep playing Arc Raiders. He's a professional Call of Duty coach for Optic Gaming, and Black Ops 7 comes out in 9 days. And he's like, I just want to keep playing Arc Raiders. Another point that I want to make with that is Arc Raiders is $40. So again, people are having to pay money for this, which kind of gives it that, like, you know, not exclusive feel, but like, hey, if I'm going to make one purchase this year for a video game, I'm going to just buy Arc Raiders and play this. And that gets me to like the overall retrospective thought that I have in my head here is I feel like there is just so many options to play nowadays with video games that despite Call of Duty being this iconic franchise, it's still #1 in the play, whatever, the polls. Everybody seems like they play it every year. It just feels like they don't have the grip on the audience anymore. And obviously we've said it 65 times already now. Black Ops 6 just absolutely put a huge sour taste in everybody's mouth. One of the worst Call of Duties I've ever played, or disappointing Call of Duties, I'll say. And now with it being another Black Ops title, people are like, if this is just going to be more of the same. And I know I've said this in multiple videos, so I'm not going to cover that part of it. They don't have the grip on the gaming community anymore. So like, let's just rewind real quick to like the era of World War II, Infinite Warfare, BO3, AW. This is when Call of Duty was like really struggling. But even in that time period, it felt like there wasn't as many options to play. You had Call of Duty, you maybe had a Battlefield, Halo sucked. Like if you're a shooter, like this was really your only option at the time. And when Fortnite came out, that's when everything exploded, because it was like, holy crap, we're getting a brand new game, and looks like these people actually are trying, and there's new content. And Call of Duty just couldn't keep up with that back in the day. And I don't know if they still can. We're going to find out this year. And then again, so you kind of were stuck in the Call of Duty box if you liked first-person shooters, because it really was the best thing out there. And I think that there wasn't as there was plenty of games to play, but there wasn't as wide variety. So like, now let's go to today. You can play literally anything. Call of Duty has so much competition, because I don't think it's technically shooters anymore. It's, you can go play RV There Yet, which is in Steam, and it's $7. And that's something that people didn't have access to back in 2014, because not a lot of people had PCs back then. And then there's, you know, Ready or Not that comes out of nowhere. And then there's, you know, Arc Raiders that, like, I feel like Arc Raiders is a majority of like a PC game. I actually don't even know if it's out on consoles. That's a really stupid question. I don't know if it is. It might be. But if it's only for PC, it's like, that's another option that they wouldn't have had to fight against. It's like, really the only competition they had back then was like Halo and Battlefield. And during that time, 2016, 2017, like, it was not a ton of, it wasn't stiff competition. So with all that to say, it feels like with the hype of Black Ops 7, it's just not as much as it used to be, because I think people, I don't want to say they've moved on from the series, but I just think that they know that they have options. Another option, they could go download Game Pass, spend $20 a month, and be able to play hundreds of games at their fingertip. So there's just so many more options. And let's be honest too, shooters wise, people aren't stuck to COD anymore. They're just not. They'll go play the finals. They'll go play Battlefield. They'll go play, what's another one? Like I said, Ready or Not. So I just been thinking about this lately, because it feels like we're so close to this, and it doesn't feel like we all are as excited as we should be. And that's Call of Duty's fault at the end of the day. They've done this to themselves, and hopefully they can earn it back. So let's pivot to the last segment of what I said I kind of need your help on. Number one, if you made it this far, you're a real one. I really appreciate it. I hope you are seeing what I'm saying here. Like, if you agree with me, please let me know in the comments, and if you disagree, please let me know in the comments, because I'd like to. The comments are going to help me today a lot. So let's now go into Black Ops 7. Like I said, it's coming out in 9 days, and right now I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. As a creator, I'm looking at my Call of Duty channel, and it is not doing as well as it once was. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you guys. And obviously, I love Call of Duty. I love making this content. It has nothing to do with, you know, obviously I like to get paid because it's my job and I pay my bills and I support my family with that. So it's that's a nice little touch. But I have said this previously. I am a little bit nervous about this year because I'm nervous that people won't care about Black Ops 7 because they think it's a DLC. And then I'm also nervous about next year because it's Modern Warfare 4 and we never know what Infinity Ward is going to do with their game. And on top of that, if we think at this point right now, Arc Raiders and Battlefield is taking away the hype of COD, what's GTA gonna do to COD next year? So as a creator, you have to be forward thinking here a little bit. You can't just sit there and be like, all right, we're just going down with the ship. This is great. Now, again, this is I'm not doing COD. I'm not stopping. It's not that. It's more, I want to get your opinion on what type of content do you want to see on here? Because I feel like some people like the talking head videos, some people like the cut comms, some people like the historical videos where I kind of just teach a history lesson in each video. For example, like the States video recently. Then people like the new stuff that I just put out, like the quiz where I brought in other creators. So I'm trying to kind of find the rhythm for what you guys want to see. And also, do you guys want to see Black Ops 7 content? Do you want to see me camo grind? Do you want to see me like do some sort of challenges? Like they're going to have aftermarket parts. You want me to review the game, like stuff like that? Or do you not care? Would it be better for me to stay in the golden age of Call of Duty and just have a group of people that like that? Or is it okay to kind of do both? And this is where I like to see feedback, because it's really important to me that I'm making content that people are enjoying. Because I've gotten feedback on other stuff and I've tried to implement it when I get it. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. That's where I need your help. And then I need your help one more time. Okay, I know I said I only needed your help one more time. I'm lying. I need it two more times. To go alongside this channel, I am going to take the second channel more seriously. And I know you guys are going to be like, this dude cannot get his brain on straight. Yes, that is very much true, because when you're trying to figure out what's going on and the content isn't flowing, sometimes as a creator, your brain gets a little scattered. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. But I really have been enjoying the videos we've been putting out on the second channel. I have a new style that I'm going to be trying. But if you don't know what the channel is, it's T-Dog2. I'm going to put it in the description. If you like to see me play other games besides Call of Duty, this will be the Arc Raiders, the Battlefields, the trending games. That will be the channel you want to watch. So please don't come on here and be like, hey, why aren't you playing RedSec? It'll be over there. But my thought is, what types of games would you want to see me play over there? Is there a trending game that you guys want to see? Is there an iconic game that you want to see? That would be much appreciated. And again, that's kind of like if I'm just being truthful, that's kind of like my backup plan. Like if Call of Duty just craps the bed this year, craps the bed next year, this channel will probably be me going back to the golden age and just hanging out there, playing COD 4 through Black Ops 2, doing challenges, doing fun stuff, doing history lessons in the golden age, because there's plenty of people playing it, you know? And then the second channel would probably be where I put a little more attention and focus, because there's a lot of games out there. And I gotta be honest with you, me doing this channel lately, it's been very fun. We did BioShock, The Witcher, Cyberpunk, and I'm starting to kind of understand it now. It took me a little bit. It took me a little bit to kind of understand the flow, and you got to take your time. It's not like this twitchy, fast, get in the game and go. So I'm learning, like, hey, breathe, take in the story, relax. And it's been kind of nice. So maybe maybe it's because I'm getting older. I don't know. Don't you dare say I'm old. But anyway, guys, that's the summary. One, I feel like Call of Duty this year is gonna be good, but there's a lot blocking it from being good. And I'm nervous about next year. But in the same token, I do want to continue to create COD content, so I'm going to. So what do you guys want to see? And fourth, what number are we on? For the second channel, give it a subscription for me, for an early Christmas present, and let me know what you want to see over there. Okay, guys, Call of Duty's back. T-Dog 2 is back, and it's a beautiful day. It's 60 degrees out, and it's November. All right, I'm gonna go outside. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.